God, I am not looking forward to making this tier list video. You see, here's the thing when it comes to like tier list video content. Usually, most of the time, it comes off as generic, but you sometimes want to you know, pop your head in to see like what opinions they got or is it how much of a meme it is. But Kaiser Trigger made a video about it, and he does you know talk about it pretty spot on. So I'll probably put a link to his video in the descriptions below. So there's that. But I'm only making the look. I'm making this because while I'm recording episode 5 of Umineko When They Cry, I want to drop the question art tier list when it comes to characters. I really don't want to go like really full into detail because I'm not a really big fan of having to like drag it on. But however, there are character bias when it comes to which character is voiced by what VA, and so on and so forth. Like Daisuke Uno, voiced Battler. He has vocal range. I put him in A tier because, well, he got a bit intolerable on the first episode, but later on he's coming off as a pretty amusing guy. I can say. Uh, when it comes to a character dynamic as for our main character as a whole. Main antagonist is pretty obvious. Beatorici as in S tier. Sayaka Hohara voiced Beatorici. She has the vocal range is pretty good. Her antagonism is very amusing in a way. Usually episode 3, she usually her as much as I think like her like being a buddy buddy with Battler just to go on against Eva Beatrice, which I will talk about later on. Even if it's a part of like an act, it's still a bit of an interesting dynamic in a way. Um, George, um, all right. I have I had a YouTube comment saying that the wind howling while I was making the rambling video annoyed the hell out of him. So hopefully this piano music is suitable. I mean, who doesn't love that kind of music? I honestly thought the wind howling is supposed to like fit with my like depressing commentary of while I ramble, but I guess not. I guess it's just like it's constantly obnoxious in a way. But it's not for everyone. No, not everyone got this own opinions. Just like with this tier list. Uh, George is a bit boring at times. Like I couldn't really think of anything other than like, George being like the goody two shoes and whatnot. He usually tends like when it comes to like normal uh social situations of when social normal social situations when it comes to stuff like that, it's a I can say, he just tries to find ways to solve issues no matter what. And he's a although his bit of a would him simping for Shannon is part of his loser behavior? I don't really know. But either way, I could say
A few minutes later.
bit amusing C tier in the most part. Maybe B tier, like if it like once I finish up the game. Um, there's Jessica. Oh, I was able to find that. Jessica can be B tier. I always thought this is some various weird moments when it comes to like first episode and then so on and so forth. I think episode 2 had some bit of like some interesting backstory. Like I remember this one part where she performed this one song during on the school club, and I was like, man, where is this song from? Bit of a reference here on. So, but other than that, like I mean, there's this one shonen battle that where it shifted in episode 4. That's what's up, but nothing really special to be quite honest. I mean, again, I'm not gonna go into like full detail around it. So when it comes to so the problem with this tier list is like there are characters that I do give a shit about, and there are characters where like they're so miscellaneous that I don't really care much. So just to get that out of the way. Canon, I'm gonna. He's a really bit jaded at first, but later on, he's getting a bit more better. Like so around like episode 3, I can say Canon's my homeboy. He's yeah, episode 3 and 4. That's what's up. Eva is really questionable for me. I feel like I want to put a D tier, but at the same time, it's like she's a bit of a emotional roller coaster when it comes to her, though. Like she at times, like she comes off as a bit of an asshole. At times, I don't know why. Yeah, usually episode 3 and episode 2 is like she's a bit too she's a bit too much at that. But this whole revenge plot type of thing in episode 3, where greed comes at hand. But C tier around that. Maybe I'll probably put her a bit more later. Again, this is question art. I mean, uh, it may change. Do, do, do. Kiri is a pretty quiet. Kiri is the VA for Kiri is the same one that did Caster from Fate Stay Night. Well, though it's more like a VA bias, but I say B tier. There are some various suspicious moments with the Kiri. Was it Kyrie or Kiri? Either way, um, there's something questionable when it comes to Badler's family. Kiri is the stepmother of Badler, and Angie, you know, what the younger sister when it gets introduced is like the half sibling of Badler. Although when it comes to Kiri, with the Badler's of biological mother, there is some bit of some crazy lady moments when it comes to her, like her eternal like jealousy when it comes to like you know the family, and which I do find it like a bit like something that makes me want to scratch my head at best. Rosa, I'll say this: episode 2 redeems her at the very end to where she becomes a complete fucking badass no matter what, especially when it comes to like carrying with Maria. But all in all, would I put as see? Here's the thing, though, right? Subhuman, you gotta be the most fucking hate. You gotta have the most hateful character no matter what. But holy shit, you know what? With one redeeming factor when it comes to Rosa, I can say she's D tier. The problem with Rosa, like with the rest of the episodes, like she has like little to no self control when it comes to her emotions. Like her taking care of Maria is a really big example. Episode 1, 2, and 4. Um, she has she has like unstable emotions. I really hate this whole like, oh, the demon is controlling Rosa and that causes this kind of behavior. That and Mitch, it's I I could have just said that in my commentary that it's completely fucking bullshit. Like she has little to no self control with her anger, and that like when you have like the anger that you can't control, then I can say that that is little to no excuse. So no matter what, because again, uh, you can't you can't use trauma or your own fucking like anger issues, quote unquote, to make it so you project the blame on Maria. You can't just do that. It also the episode 4 is like you don't really have like a fucking like a nanny to or something like that. Like she always like leaves Maria behind at the house. There's that. Uh, very bit of exhausting in a way. Murray is I can say, was this C? Could I put a C tier for a bit of a she's annoying with the whole when she makes noises? Nah, she can be B tier at best. Later on in episode 4 is the kind of the reason why like you do kind of feel sorry. You do feel bad for Maria. Also, the noises she makes is kind of really makes sense because there is some sort of like a deeper meaning behind it. So that's that's something for it to know. Um, Genji's a good dude, but I wouldn't really put him at that really high tier at like A tier or that. So I'll just put him around there. So he's the loyal servant. He's loyal furniture. He is loyal at best. Kraus is a bit of a snob at C tier. It's I don't even I don't really know enough when it comes to Kraus other than his like I know he's like the oldest sibling of the when it comes to the older adults, but holy mo I guess there is some bit of a redeeming factor to it, like around third and fourth episode. But uh, you can see he's average. He's average to me, despite the elitist attitude. Natsuki, there's nothing really. Okay, episode 1 and 2 they made Natsuki a bit of an asshole, but nah, she later on she's she's great. I'm pretty sure I'm maybe there if there are some episodes that can flesh her out more, then I'll probably put her like a bit more higher. But if anything, I could put her at B tier, but nah, A tier is fine as what it is. Kumasawa is the well, she's basically everyone's granny when it comes to the Ushiromiya servants, right? So what I just your average granny at best. Go. Oh man, go to. Oh god. This is like what do I even put? See, episode 2, at least he has one redeeming factor. He went like fucking he has like some bit of Giga Chat energy when it comes to the dealing with the situation at hand in episode 2, but other than that, he's just yeah. It's, like I don't even know. Excuse me. Oh, Kinzo. Oh God, this guy's a meme. The one that voiced Kinzo in the is the same one that also voiced the character from Evangelion. So I can actually feel the resemblance when it comes to it. But wait, although no, he's B. No, Kinzo could be B tier. Oh, what to do with him? The facial expressions later on gets fucking. You can't even take this guy seriously. Oh man, what else? Nanjo is the family doctor. There's nothing really. He just plays the role of the family doctor himself. He's just the what am I supposed to say? He's just the old man of it. Kinzo's one. Kinzo's one and only good friend. Maybe alongside of Genji. Nanjo is just your your fellow old man. Rudolph is would I find him questionable when it comes to when it comes to Balor's family? I guess Rudolph's a good dude. Let's see what else. Hideyoshi is your average um generic. good uncle here. So there's that. Uh, would he be funny at times? I don't know. All right, what do we got? I guess we got the only thing with it was is the witches in episode and some miscellaneous shit, right? All right, there's Shannon. Shannon is just pretty average. I mean, I guess there are some bit of warming moments when it comes to episode two, but it's like, Shannon is just, no. Wait, didn't when I looked up her VA is the same one that did wasn't the VA that also did Shannon also did like the scenario characters too? That's holy shit. You know, the more you know. What do we got? Because something, the only thing is left is something with the episodes three and four. Um, all right. I gotta add a. Oh God, I forgot I'm supposed to rate the stakes. See, okay, here's the thing though, right? All of the stakes of purgatory, all each of them got their own personalities based on the deadly sins. So there's there's that to keep in mind. What do I want to put? There. We got a color code. This is miscellaneous shit. Although, would I put? Wait, would I put this between here or put it? Nah. Okay, well, hold on. I'll put it around there. So let's see here. We got. So there is Lucifer. There we got. Okay, Mammon should be outside the stakes of purgatory because if anything, she's A tier. Mammon is Mammon has in episode four has better character development, and I'll probably explain why. There is some important character dynamic. Um, so there's Lucifer, there is Leviathan, in which I don't know, both Leviathan and where is it? Wait, what? Oh, there's Asmodi. Both Leviathan as and Asmodeus is a you know I don't know if it's the voice that makes it pretty obnoxious, but I guess like not that's the weird thing, right? I don't want to be like complete like elitist be like, oh, if you don't like the character's voice, just say you don't like the VA. But no, it's like everyone, and I'm not gonna be be too harsh on that. Let's Satan, Belphegor are pretty tame alongside with Lucifer. Lucifer can be pretty fucking amusing. Remember that one fight with the her against Canon? That's pretty goofy shit. Beelzebub is your fellow hungry girl. She'll eat anything. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Beelzebub would lean more into the carnivore side. So I guess there's that. All right. What else have we got? Ronove is S tier. He's Ronove is my homeboy. Do you ever notice? Yeah, he's the fucking villain. I don't. Okay, who gives a fuck if Ronove is the one of the 72 great demon? Who gives a fuck if he's a demon? He's great. He's my homeboy. Who cares if he's evil and sides with Beatrice? Like who cares, right? Come on. Uh, would I put B for Burncastle? A lot of people, yeah, many times, usually they're okay. Here's the thing, right? There are more people that like Burncastle, and there are some people that don't like her. Burncastle is usually one of the. She does have like some interesting aspect. Like I know there is some bit of Higurashi reference, like Burncastle like resembling. Yeah, it resonates the like bit of a Higurashi referencer. So there's that. Um, in the question arc, she has like few facial expressions. Other than that, like there's nothing like actually episode four, the very end of the which is the question episode four question mark. She has that pretty funny, creepy face. Lambda Delta is pretty up there too. Like I wouldn't I wouldn't say Lambda Delta would be high up there, but the Witch of Certainty, she you know she plays on her side no matter what. There is that. That Vergilia would be. Would I put it at B tier? Vergilia is pretty goofy around episode 4. It's a bit above average at best. Vergilia is like I see when it comes to like okay, I always thought when it comes to Vergilia, you know, she would always be like some sort of ally to Balor, but oh boy, the tables have turned, and episode 4 is now she's just the enemy. There was some goofy shit in episode 4, like later on. I just don't. I just like it. It comes off as pretty questionable. It's like she really just loses her character. Uh, I don't know why. Again, like there's characters that just doesn't seem as unimportant. It's like okay, wouldn't that one go to episode 4 where he was going one on one with Kraus as part of a boxing match, and then there was some bit of red flags here and there? Would that count? I mean, just goat men are just fucking, just big burly men soldiers. Satyr wise. All right, Okanogi. Okanogi's a whatever. What I put him? There's nothing really important. He's just there in episode 4. He's pretty sussy. Jesus Christ. Uh, would I put Gap at A tier? I think there is a various amount of horny bias when it comes to Gap. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay, here's the problem, right? If you know, if I would put Angie, I actually no, not Angie. If I put Eva Beatrice as okay, here's the thing. I can't really call her subhuman though. If anything, like I might as well put a, you know. Okay, here's the thing though, right? The VA for Eva also did Eva Beatrice, and so I can actually give credit what credit's due when it comes to vocal range. But usually, I always thought like Eva's emotions also portrays depending on on the actions of what Eva Beatrice would do. So I could usually put it on the same tier, but if anything, like you know, Eva Beatrice doing that with the voice is kind of annoying in my opinion. I'm sorry. All right, the Chester sisters. Um, I can say this one. Okay, I don't really know I completely forgot how the the code numbers work when it comes to Chester sisters. So I'll just go by hair color. This one a B tier. She's a pretty goofy at times. Uh, both the pink haired one. Uh, how about the blonde one? This is some this is some blonde. This is punished blondie rabbit. Although with Kinzo is like, wasn't there like, wasn't like Kinzo like abusing those like Chester sisters and they were just being fucking right? There was some bit of a racist joke when it comes to like, and they like use like calling them stupid rabbits or some shit. I don't know. But the blonde one is just they're just there. She's your average loyal Chester sister. Uh, Sakutaro. Would I call Sakutaro obnoxious? Is it really bad? Is it really bad if I just call it Sakutaro that? Oh God. Uh, the I personally think Sakutaro is a bit annoying. I mean, again, I guess with me, I guess I'm pretty jaded and bitter with that. All right, we got the remaining three. Uh, Amakusa B tier. There is, you know, what's the funny thing? A lot of times people say Amakusa comes off as unimportant, but I feel like there is some bit of like, he does give like Angie some like, interesting insight when it comes to like, you know, uh, the advice of reality. But there's that. But other than that, he's just bodyguard. I guess he's okay. A for Angie. There's we, we gotta leave it at that. The thing with characters that gets introduced like really later on instead of like at the very start is Angie got introduced really late, like episode 3 question mark. And look, listen, Angie has been through some shit. Like episode 4, while I think it's like kind of like whatever, but and you got Angie's usually the most of the spotlight, within the fourth episode. She's gotta go. She has to go through hoops and hurdles, and then sometimes she develops a bit of self awareness. Okay, there are some various notions of reason why I don't want to put her at S tier, because the same with Battler. Angie also has her flaws, so there's that. I mean, there are some bit of a cringy moments within her. I don't want a list of the cringy moments as a why, but um, yeah, it's a my mind is a bit of going through a bit of a stun lock. Oh yes. I'm saving. I can't believe I saved the worst for last instead of like the best. See, I could have prioritized from worst at the very beginning and then the best for last, but now this is the worst for last. Kazumi Sumidera is a in she is okay. I don't know if I could say arguably when it comes to like her just she's just only there in episode 4 and there's that, but she's arguably a subhuman piece of shit. This is one of the okay, the term trigger warning is pretty childish, but man, Kazumi is one of those characters that uses her own trauma as an excuse to just project the blame onto others. Oh god. It's so agonizing. It's so aggravating. To make for Kazumi just come up with these fucking excuses of and projecting the blame onto Aji. It's like, oh, the fucking oh, my trauma of Kiri cucking my spoiled brat position, yada yada, and I have to do all the fucking family responsibilities within that position. And I was like, what the? I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, here's the thing though, right? If you're really going to go deep, really deep down into that fucking rabbit hole of having this whole internal grudge, that's not demon behavior. That's fucking that's a you problem. Like you like there are two choices. Either fucking fix it or my rhetoric just shows how much of a you are fucking stuck within and you cannot go back. There's that. Yeah, 30 minutes in. I feel like I've been dragging it down for so long. I feel like I really, really didn't really give. See, I really prioritize like, the interest in characters within Umineko more than story, but holy moly, I can never go like within that deep analysis. Oh, wait, what? There's one last thing I forgot about. Angie and Mammon is probably one of the best like there's development and dynamic with each other. The reason why Mammon is up there because she was first introduced as a vessel, and then Mammon is just usually having some various you know um there are some positives and then there is some negative interactions with each other, but most of all with when it comes to both Angie and Mammon, both they you know they acknowledge that there's best, and they work together as a within team effort. And there's that. So there's that out of the way. Y- That's the hard problem when that's the hard part when it comes to S tier because you gotta at least have like little to no flaws. And as much as I really want to put Angie and Battler at like S tier, there's a I can only think of like the top five. The only reason I put Gap up there because there's a horny bias to it. I know a lot of the times like okay, Gap as a character is like oh let me be like this this sadist I will step on you with that type of shit. Okay, now I'm really putting a fucking narrative when it comes to these characters. Holy moly. Okay. Yeah, let me know how you think about what I say about these characters because I feel like I really didn't. Okay, maybe there are some fixings that I could do, but there's like I've I I could never stop being biased. Here's the because bias is always going to be a one of the parts of self awareness, no matter what. But however, it can be a really bad habit. Um, yeah, there's that. Anyway, I should end it from here. Um, I will continue more of the episode 5 readings. It's going to continue. It's going to be ongoing. I feel like the answer arc is going to take like another year to a year and a half or so. So, because 'cause I normally record like during like late night before the background noise like starts to end starts to enter, which is like several feet away. But yep, there's that. Let me know your thoughts. Y'all have a good one.